Tiffany Causey, Amanda Nelson, and Elizabeth Alverde, and we're at the Village Care Nursing Home speaking to Louise Knight about her childhood and what it was like in Texas and in Michigan. Okay, Louise, what year were you born?
1926.
Okay. Where did you grow up?
In Elkins, North Carolina.
Okay. How long did you live there?
Oh, I'm going to say 16 years, maybe.
Where did you go after you moved from Elkins?
To Virginia.
Okay. When you were growing up, who was the most important person in your life?
Oh, gosh. Now, you want me to tell you the truth? My husband, James tonight.
Tell me about him.
Well, we went to a party and we met, and he started asking me to date him, and my mother wouldn't let me. I was just, I was 16, I think. About 10 days after we, we say that, after we got married. She wouldn't let me date him, so he came and it was, we were getting ready for our Christmas. What did we have when we graduated? I was getting ready for graduation.
Your graduation party?
That was part 2. And I had gone to church. And he came and picked me up and had a couple with him. And he said, we're going to go get married. And we did.
Oh, my goodness.
And so my mother read my diary and found out that we had got married. So this was during World War I. I guess that was World War II. And we went to Newport News, Virginia. He had a good job up there, and he hadn't gone in service at that time. So we lived in Virginia the first few months we were married.
Okay. Who has been the biggest influence on your life while you were growing up?
I would say my grandfather.
What lessons did he teach you? Like, what knowledge did he?
Well, he taught me to be kind. He taught me to go to church. And he was just so kind. He was kind to everybody. And I guess I loved him about as much as anyone in the world when I was a little girl.
Aww.
And my grandmother joined it.
What were their names?
Can't believe it.
Well, what did you call them?
Oh, I called him Grandpa.
Okay.
But
If you can't remember right now, that's okay. Thanks to everybody.
well, I have a lot going on in the his name was John, but I can't remember the second name.
That's okay. What is your earliest memory?
My what?
Your earliest memory?
I think sitting on my granddaddy's lap. We would go down for breakfast and I would sit in granddaddy's lap and we went up to eat.
Do you have any words of wisdom you'd like to pass on to the three of us growing up?
Well, the main thing is love the Lord. You can never go wrong. And be kind to everyone. And when you have a chance to help someone, take advantage of it. Ask the Lord to bless you and lead you in your life. And that will depend on what you do and what you say. Things you hear and all. Try to get wisdom.
Is this stuff you learned from your grandpa?
Well, partly, and part of it is just growing up with my parents and, the ladies I loved when I was going to Sunday school. Sunday school teachers can have a lot of wisdom for you.
What are you proudest of in your life? Growing up, what types of clothes did you wear?
I always was pretty stylish. I wore wool skirts and sweaters. I like skirts and sweaters better than dresses in the wintertime. And, of course, I wore socks like everybody else wore. But I had lots of sweaters and wool skirts that I wore a lot of.
What games did you play when you were younger?
Well, we always had bingo at Christmas time. After everyone had eaten and we sat down, we had a lot of bingo calls. And we would play bingo and give out little silly prizes. Like if you bingoed, you might get a piece of candy, or you might get a handkerchief if you were a girl, and a boy might get what do you wipe your nose on? I can't even think. You can tell me. Handkerchief.
Yeah.
A handkerchief was always nice for a boy. Because we didn't have, when I was growing up, you didn't have Kleenex and tissues later. And we used more handkerchiefs.
Yeah.
And then there was always socks that we could put in. But we put in too a lot of silly things. And bingo was probably the most fun we had after we got through eating. To all get in the room and play bingo. And we'd always have candy and nuts and all that around to eat while we were playing.
Do you still play bingo?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good at it?
Well, I play here. We play every Friday morning here. I still like bingo.
Did you have any siblings?
Yes. 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
Were you the oldest or youngest?
No, I was next to the youngest. Two brothers and a sister older than me, and then I had a sister younger.
What was it like growing up with him?
Well, I enjoyed it. We had lots of fun together. One of the saddest times in my life, do you want to say it?
Yeah, anything you would offer.
My brother was in the Army. He was a pilot, and he was killed. And it just broke all our hearts.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
And that was the saddest thing. And the other sad things would be my grandparents dying, and of course, my mother and daddy and aunts and uncles, family deaths, I guess you would say.
Yeah. That's always hard. Did you go to school when you were younger? Do you remember the name of your elementary school?
Well, my first year it was Little Richmond, but it was near Elton, and then after that it was Elton until I graduated from high school.
Did you go to the same school as your brothers and sisters?
Same what?
School?
Yeah. Now, they were in high school before I was.
Yeah.
We always rode the school bus or walked, whichever we were doing, and we were always together to go to school.
Do you think the schools have changed a lot in the way they operate now?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What do you think has changed about them?
Well, one thing, you all have food. Carry a lunchbox with us. And I guess that would be the main thing. And then I think you all play more. You have more activities than we have.
Yeah. So when you went to school, did you wear your skirts and your dresses, or was there certain clothing, like uniforms, you had to wear?
No, skirts and blouses. I like that better than dresses. I had a few dresses that I used for Sunday church, but I like skirts and blouses.
How has where you live changed from what it used to be than what it is now? Like, what are some of the things they brought in, changed, so we have stuff like that?
Well, as I see my children and grandchildren going to school, they still go in and sit sitting here. What?
Your desk?
Yes. Everybody has a desk. And sometimes the teacher would have us all sit up stand right at our desk. And she had some little exercises that we'd stand there and do. And that was a good thing.
Has Elkin changed a lot?
That's what?
Has Elkin changed a lot?
Yes, but not just about like all of the schools around. They all, you have my daughter-in-law was a school teacher. She just retired last year. And she liked to always encourage art. And, but they were still doing a lot of the same things that schools have done through the years.
When you were growing up, did you guys pray before you guys would start school service?
Did we what?
Pray.
Yes, we did. Not every day, but we did have prayer services after school. We'd have certain mornings that we'd get up and maybe the principal would come in sometime and read to us, and we'd have prayer, but it was mostly just the teachers.
Did you believe in God?
Absolutely. He's the greatest thing in the world. If we didn't have him, we'd have no hope. And we all are looking forward to a life after death. And the only way we can get it is to believe in Jesus Christ. To believe that he died on the cross and died for our sins. And we tell him we're sorry and we want to live for him. And he'll wash our sins away. And then as we grow up, we're not going to be perfect. We're going to make lots of mistakes. And all we have to do to clear that up is just say, Jesus, I'm sorry I did that. I'm sorry I did wrong. Please forgive me. And you'll get a peace that you'll have in your heart that nothing else can give you.
Tiffany, Amanda, and Elizabeth, and we are at Village Care, and we're talking with Sarah Joyce. Sarah, what year were you born? Where did you grow up? But later you moved to Sex County.
In 1972, I moved to Rose County. I lived in Chile.
Oh. Did you like living here?
Yeah.
You did? What about this place made you like living here?
It's not as confined as easily come and go a lot with people. We're going to go trips.
Yeah. When you lived here, what was the house you lived in like?
3 bedrooms, living dining room, back big, closed in back porch.
Did you guys have an indoor bathroom, or you did? Did you have electricity? Yeah.
It was on the one stoplight. That was down there.
Oh. What was your childhood like after you moved to King?
I didn't like it. I was 16 when we moved here. Used to work. I went to South Side.
Oh.
When I was in 10th grade. There we lived on the road. Back outside.
Well, you were 16, so I guess you didn't play much games, you know, like you did when you were little. Did you have any siblings?
Yeah, 2, 3.
3 sisters and a brother. Were you the oldest, the youngest?
Middle.
Oh, the middle.
Yeah.
The curse of the middle child. I have that curse too. What was it like growing up with your siblings? Were you guys close, or?
Yeah, we still more. Used to go and say, it was our birthday. Then we came all don't lose again.
That's good. That's good. So you went to South Stoke. What was it like going there?
South Stoke was kind of backwards. Moving right in there. Then there we living and
Yeah.
so like great.
Did you guys do prayer before your classes? No. How do you think the schools have changed from when you were younger to now?
It's more days it's not true.
Yeah. Has the school changed a lot in the way they operate?
I don't
You don't think so?
something that was tomorrow spoken there. Like you did. Yeah, spoken there.
Did you smoke?
Yeah. What's happened?
That's young. What did you wear to go to school? Did you guys have uniforms? No?
Just I get work with it money. Never trying to stay in between.
So you wore everyday?
Everything goes. If I
Did you work when you were younger?
yeah.
What did you do?
I worked at Kmart, I worked at the grocery store,
You were in a grocery store.
and I worked for the school system.
You did? What school system did you work for?
They paid me to range and numbers and things and Mr. T. Burger, Mr. Burger, that. You know, Mr. Burger is passed away that month.
Oh gosh, that's so sad. Were you guys close?
Yeah, was really flat. That
Did you have, as a teacher, did you have to wear like things differently than students did? You had to wear certain clothing? No.
you couldn't wear nothing like that. Everybody had big cups.
Oh, everything. Okay. Well, what did you wear outside of school when you were a student? What did you wear?
Kind of like once I'll do that. Regular clothes. Everyone was that we were dressed.
Sydney Long, you have a call on line 2. Sydney Long, line 2, please.
I played the sports.
You played sports?
With first girls, very dresses.
What sports did you play?
Softball.
Bet you were good.
I like them. They were good.
How are things different when you were younger than they are now? Like things in general, not just school. Yeah. Like, from when you were younger, how have things changed? Like,
A lot.
a lot.
A lot of people moved to kids. A lot of things have been expanded.
4 houses.
Did you ever look up to anyone while you were growing up? No.
No Jesus. I'm parents.
Your parents?
One of the young was a battle to really take Southwest. But we survived by the time we were my dad was my first heart.
Aww.
My rose did die.
Okay, what was the happiest moment of your life?
When my daughter was
Aww, that's really sweet. What's her name?
April Brave.
It's a pretty name. What would you say is the saddest moment of your life?
My youngest sister died.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your youngest sister's name?
Martha Jarvis.
What are the most important lessons you've learned in life?
Don't have the smartest
What is your earliest memory?
Brooklyn down back then. I was about 5 or 1.
Oh, you birthed at 1. Ooh. And you were 5. That must have hurt. Are there any words of wisdom you would pass along to us? What do you like most about Stokes County?
Well, we used to live more, but now it's a bunch of fans.
What do you dislike most about Stokes County?
First thinking the school break. Now that I want to live here, growing up there.
Well, that's good. You good. Well, thank you for interviewing with us. It was a great interview. You did really good.